What's up, guys? Welcome back. We're back at it again today down on the river. It's a beautiful day. It's about 50 degrees right now. Pretty early in the morning, but not a cloud in the sky. Beautiful weather today. We're gonna see what we can get into. It's not busy at all. I was surprised when I pulled up into the parking lot. There's no one here. 3-4 cars. But the river's pretty open. I already see my spots open up, so let's head down there and see what we can get into. Man, guys, when I say no one is here, I'm so surprised all these spots are open. This is great. Sounds like these guys down here just landed something huge. They're screaming and hollering, reaching into the net, so this would be awesome to see what they have. All right, guys, to my big surprise, there's no one out here. There's 2 people behind me. They are landing fish, happy as can be. I'm in my spot. The water levels are high, so that's good. There's a bunch of fish feeding right off the end of my rod. We have a Perdigon as our point fly and a Black Beauty as our other. So we're gonna fish this deep pool until we can't fish no more. So last time I was out here, I was pretty hesitant to nymph. I wanted to dry fly the whole time just due to all this bug activity on the water. But we're not gonna do that today. We're gonna stick with what we know. We're gonna sit here and nymph. There's a ton of fish right there. So we're gonna throw it ahead of them in that seam, see if we can work them down and see if we can get them to bite. They're definitely feeding. Their mouths are open. They're going side to side, up and down in the current. I'm behind them, so, you know, I think they can't see me. The only bad thing is this giant indicator slapping the water, kind of making them weary of what's coming at them. So unfortunately, the wind picked up just as I swapped to the other side of the river here. I saw a bunch of rainbows kind of rising and flashing in these deep pools, so I wanted to give this a shot. I had pretty good luck here about a week ago fishing this deep pool with just kind of like a Euro nymph style. I just added 2 really heavy flies to the bottom and I was able to land a few. But it's getting very windy out now, so casting is getting a little more difficult. Tend to roll cast more than regular cast in this instance, but really trying to focus on that pool that's about 10 feet in front of me and fish it really deep and see if we can get a bite. So I continue to fish this deep hole. As you see, I point to the right, which is kind of like a little highway the fish use to get from this rock garden that sits in the center of the stream to the other side. And I want to try to fish that deep pool that's right in front of me to try to get any passerbys. As you can see, the water is getting kind of ripply now and the wind has definitely been picking up. After fishing this spot for a while, I was about to give up until I saw a few flashes right here at the end of my rod. I'm not sure if you can see them, but there's a giant cutbow sitting right there. His buddy swims right next to him. There's at least 2 or 3 pretty large fish in this hole. So just as I was about to give up, I just re-rigged and continued to fish this spot for a little longer. Unfortunately, it didn't produce, but these fish are smart, like I've said in other videos, so I probably should have tried something maybe a little bit smaller, but we'll get them next time.
So we didn't get this guy on camera, but beautiful little rainbow. Let him go. At all on that one, obviously. Just casted right there behind that rock, reeling it in. Didn't even know he was on, and forgot to turn the camera on and everything. So we haven't been skunked today. He took the little zebra midge at the bottom, which was pretty cool, and I'm glad we got something. So let's hit that again and see what we can do.
The wind was picking up pretty bad, so you're not able to hear me on the GoPro, but I'm aiming around that rock where the current kind of slows down and it creates a seam. So fish tend to kind of hide out behind those rocks where the current's a little less. It's easier for them to feed, and they kind of hide. There's also a very deep pool that's right behind this rock, about 3 or 4 feet, so I adjust the indicator down a little bit to get down deep where those fish might be hiding. There's also another structure to my left that has another deep pool that I'm trying to fish, so I work this area pretty hard to try to hook onto another one. The wind's absolutely terrible, so getting a good dead drift and trying to cast effectively has made this pretty difficult. Just as I start to cast to the left and work around that structure, I hooked into this pretty small brown, which was kind of exciting because I haven't caught a brown trout out of this area before. I mainly catch rainbows, so being able to hook onto a brown was pretty exciting.
Pretty small guy, but one of the first browns I've caught out of here, so that's pretty cool.
Just as I walked to the other bank, I casted to the other side of that rock and hooked into this rainbow. It kind of sucked because this water was super deep, very unsettling on the footing. The rocks were pretty hard to get down, and I couldn't quite land this fish. As you can see in a minute, I will lose him. I was trying not to fall in the water, and due to having a smaller net, I wasn't able to reach far enough out to land him, and he got off the hook. He actually stayed there for a second. I thought about trying to cast in front of him and catch him again, but I figured he was smarter than that, so we just let him go, continue to live on, and walk down the river to a new spot. On these guys, they're just beautiful.
See how it's a little brown. Haven't caught many of those, so that's awesome.
So I ended the day fishing this little pool for longer than expected. I covered a lot of river this day. I didn't want to stay in one place too long just because I felt like I was missing out on better areas to fish. Over there on the bank, there's that log where a lot of fish were rising and a lot of bites were happening, but it was kind of difficult to get a good cast over there and not get hung up. I did have to cross a few times just to go get those flies that were stuck on the log, but we were able to recover all of them, thankfully. The wind got to a point where it was very hard to cast and very annoying, so we just kind of ended it here. It was late in the day and we decided to get home.
Alright guys, I think we're going to call it for the day. The sun just set, 7 o'clock on the dot. Pretty good day. Landed 4, 5. Lost a few. Lost one of the biggest ones I thought I've ever hooked. That sucked. Tried to go back and get him, but he wasn't there. Doubt he's biting again. That baller sunset. Great sunsets everywhere you go in Colorado. We did pretty well today. I'm not mad at it. Talked to some guys in the parking lot throwing streamers, so we might get that shot tomorrow. They worked pretty well in the past. Was going to camp out, but don't actually feel like it. It's 7 o'clock. I know of some good camp spots over in that mountain somewhere over there. But I just don't feel like it tonight. I'm just going to go home. If I want to come back out tomorrow, which I'm strongly considering, since today was pretty good, I will just drive back out here. It's a little gas money, but whatever. So overall, good day. Pack it up and head home.